Hey guys, it is AM Drums here, and I wanted to give you guys an update since I haven't been on here in like a week or so. I've been really busy and caught up in a lot of things, so I haven't had a chance to make a new video and post it. And I am going to be putting more drum covers up. I know my channel is looking pretty weak right now. Because I'm like, well, the songs I put up aren't necessarily a measure of what I can do. I can do some other things. I just really haven't put that stuff up yet. But anyway, in the meantime, I wanted to update you all and let you know what I've been working on. So basically, oh, and I have a game at the end of this. Basically what I've been doing is retuning all of my drums because I want to learn all the ins and outs of my drums and, you know, really perfect and work on how to get them sounding pretty decent. You know, I know that it's going to take a little while for me to get it really down. But what I did this past weekend was I tuned my rack toms, and I'm kind of comfortable with how they sound. And then I did my floor tom, which needs to be worked on a little bit more. And then my bass drum. And that is where I get like, okay, a little frustrated, just to put it that way. I don't know, it ended up sounding a little, it ended up to me seeming like it was absorbing too much sound and ended up sounding a little too boxy, if you know what I mean. Kind of like when your snare, like if you tune your snare, I don't know if I want to say if you tune your snare too much, but your snare, a lot of people tend to complain about the fact that when you play the snare, there's a little bit of ring back, but it's supposed to be that way. And it does sound weird, especially when you're practicing by yourself and you're not with like a group with a band, because usually the band, when you're playing, kind of drowns out that little ring back that happens with the snare. But sometimes you can tune your snare to a way where, or use the, what is it, moon gel or whatever. I don't use that stuff. I either don't use anything, or I use like electrical tape. I actually use electrical tape on my cymbals to mute them a little bit, just for the fact that like if I'm practicing in here and I don't want to be super, super loud and I still want to be able to hear other things that I'm doing. But anyway, that's totally like off from the point. So you know how the snare could, you could get it to a point where it sounds kind of boxy, like there's no resonance or ring back to it. That's what I mean with the bass drum. It's kind of boxy right now sounding. I think it's absorbing too much sound, and because I feel like there should be a little bit of a deepness to it, like a deep sort of ring back, but not like very slight. So I'm still working that out, but if you have tips about how to tune your bass drum, I mean, I've watched some videos online and stuff like that, but if you have any like tips or pointers on tuning the bass drum, I would really, really appreciate it, because I'm working through that. So that's also why I haven't put any covers up right now, because, you know, everything is sort of, I'm rearranging my kit and retuning it, because I'm in the stage where I've actually been playing for about a year. Well, the first few months was just a practice pad and sticks and rudiments. So really, I guess I've been playing for like 6 months, half a year, and the rudiments and stuff for the first 6 months-ish. So I'm at that stage in my drumming where I'm starting to realize, hey, this needs to be positioned this way. I'm more comfortable with this way, and that sort of thing. I actually just started playing close-handed. I was playing open-handed for a long time, and for the longest time I thought, this is how I'm going to always play. Absolutely not. Lie. if you are a drummer, you need to learn how to play both ways. And once I started playing closed, I realized how much more relaxed I was and how much easier it was and how much more speed I could get on the hi-hat from doing that. So I'm really glad that I, did that. And, you can't hold yourself back. You've got to just keep on trying out new things. Just try it out. See if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Every drummer is different. At least that's kind of what I've absorbed from what a lot of other people have said. So that's the tuning the drums. I'm going on way too long. Anyway, the other thing was I have been restoring a bunch of 45s that I got from my mom. They are sort of a collection of 45 records that she had and that her siblings had growing up, and I have sort of inherited them. My mom gave me like her records a while back, and I've had them for a long time, but I finally got these 45s. And so I've been restoring them. So just to compare, if you look at this one, it's kind of hard to see in the light, but there's a lot of dirt and gunk on it. And I've been cleaning them off. So for comparison purposes, here is one that I've actually cleaned. And by restore, I don't mean I'm getting the cracks out. There's no way for you to do that. However, this will play a lot more cleanly and nicely. And as you can see, it's very shiny and beautiful. This is an Elvis Presley 45. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, I really enjoy doing that. And I love records and I love cleaning them and restoring them and that kind of thing. Wow! Sorry, my computer just started playing When the Levee Breaks. Okay, sorry. I put my 45s on the computer and then it started playing When the Levee Breaks. I've actually been practicing that song and learning the main beat for that, and I love that song. I love Zeppelin. Anyway, besides the point. So the game. Let me get to the game, and then I'm going to say goodbye because I have a lot of stuff to do today. So I'm going to play a game with you, and this game is, I'm going to read you 6 quotes that I have found, and I want you to guess who said them, okay? Now I'm going to give you the options, but don't cheat, don't look this up, but what I want you to do after you watch the video, in the comments section, just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and write your guess for who said what quote. I have 6 quotes. So if you know anything about, I guess sort of some of the forefathers of drumming, then you should be familiar with Buddy Rich and Gene Krupa. And a couple months ago, I really studied up on them and I don't know, I just love learning about that and the history of drumming. So here are my 6 quotes that I found. Number 1, I'll never play a drum solo you can't dance to. Number 2, I think it's a fallacy that the harder you practice, the better you get. Number 3, when I speak of natural drummers, I'm talking about guys that are playing with the talent God gave them. Number 4, if you're going to start with melody, you'll need some timpani, I think. Number 5, but primarily the drummer's supposed to sit back there and swing the band. That's like my favorite. And number 6, I can't sit down long enough to absorb any kind of learning. All right, so those are my 6 quotes. So what I want you to do in the comments below is tell me your guesses for them, and then I will tell you who said what quotes. But anyway, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed this little update. I don't want to waste any more of your time, but I will see you guys around. Keep on my channel to see future drum covers and drum stuff. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.